Today, our title is Rome, and our subtitle is Formation. In this video, I will teach you about the formation of Rome and the Punic Wars. Pause the video and be sure to copy your notes on each page. The legend of the formation of Rome goes back to two twins named Romulus and Remus, two boys who were raised by wolves. Later, they set out to create the city of 7 hills. And after an argument, Romulus kills Remus. I guess that's what happens when you're raised by wolves. So Romulus lends his name to Rome, and he's followed by 7 kings. It is said that of these 7 kings, each of them ruled for 35 years. At the end of their reign, we will see the formation of a government. The new government is going to create a constitution. Don't forget that constitution is one of your vocabulary words. In this constitution, there was a series of checks and balances and a separation of powers, and also the ability to veto. This new government is going to be ruled by people called patricians. They are the wealthy citizens of Rome. Most people of Rome were considered plebeians, farmers, artisans, merchants, and were not considered to be citizens of Rome. However, after clashes between the two groups, the plebeians are going to be allowed to serve in government. Within this government, the Senate would choose 2 consuls, kind of like prime ministers, to rule in the highest political position in Rome. Their term was only for 1 year. And you can think about this as having a domestic leader and a foreign leader. One of them was handling more of the issues around Rome, while the other was out in war campaigns. During times of chaos, Rome would elect a dictator to take full authority over the government for a period of 6 months, with the condition that he would give up power when the crisis ended. Cincinnatus, which you see pictured here, is the most famous of those dictators. I'm now going to read to you a little bit. Bear with me. Cincinnatus was a Roman consul who went back to his farm to live a simple life after his term in power expired. When Rome faced the threat of war, however, Cincinnatus was called back to Rome as a dictator, which was allowed under the law. Cincinnatus was granted 6 months of absolute power. After only 2 weeks of battle, Cincinnatus claimed victory, an incredible achievement. But instead of capitalizing on his military power and popular support, Cincinnatus once again left Rome and returned to his farm. The people implored him to stay. He was a war hero beloved by all, and no one would oppose him. But Cincinnatus held firm. He said no to absolute power. He said that Rome is a republic, and in a republic we follow laws. George Washington made a similar choice. After victory in the Revolutionary War, Washington resigned his commission as Commander-in-Chief of the Continental Army. This is one of the most important moments in American history. At the time, Washington was effectively the leader of the colonies. He was the war hero who had just secured America's independence from Great Britain and was known as the father of his country. Washington was larger than life, even in his own time. He could have easily held on to this power. The people wouldn't have been surprised, and they probably would have accepted it. But Washington had something on his mind other than desire for power. He was focused on what America could be. If only he set the proper example in this critical early moment. He decided to give up his power in an unambiguous way. The act stands as the foundation for executive restraint in the United States. Washington's powerful example of voluntary, peaceful transfer of power shocked the entire world. He could have been king, but we wouldn't be who we are today. His example of Cincinnatus was a hero to him, and Cincinnatus, believe it or not, hard to believe, has the second largest city in Ohio named for him. Rome's armies consisted of legions of soldiers containing 6,000 men to protect Rome. Later, these armies would start expanding the territory. Now to the Punic Wars. The Punic Wars are about Rome fighting the Phoenicians, who were a powerful civilization, and they lived just across the Mediterranean Sea, right there near Sicily in Carthage. Rome is going to go to war with the Phoenicians 3 times between 264 and 146 BCE. In 218 BCE, a great general named Hannibal is going to set out for Rome with his war elephants. And he's going to cross over the Straits of Gibraltar into the Iberian Peninsula. And he's going to head up the Alps. He brought 100,000 men with him. 13,000 of those people, of his men, perished crossing the Alps. He did make it to Rome. He caused havoc across the Italian peninsula, defeating armies left and right. Having struggles with Hannibal, the Roman army decided that they would attack Carthage. And they went and destroyed the city and everyone in it. And unfortunately today, all that's left there are ruins. In the early days of Rome, only citizens could join the military. And as so many people were fighting and dying, they allowed other people, they allowed non-citizens, let's say, to join the campaigns as well. They offered them land grants to anyone who finished the campaign in the areas that they conquered. This is going to be a thing for our future because why does Rome have to continue to grow? It's because their military, upon retirement, gets 160 acres. And so they had to provide land for their retiring military. Therefore, they had to continue to get land to pay for the people to have. Okay, that last part was really bad, but I'm not re-recording. So after 25 years of fighting in the military, you will receive 160 acres. If you survive.